Alright guys, I'm gonna do this video for you guys. Maybe it can help you out because I haven't seen many people post anything about the bx25d. I think this is a geez, I don't even know what year model this is. 2012 maybe, but it's a bx25d. Anyway, I had a problem with the front steering shaft and changing my steering tie rod ends. Here they are right there, steering tie rod ends. So apparently Kubota's got some new ones out. These are OEM new ones, but it's 2019, January, February-ish. And they got clear now on them, and it's a different size nut here. So what I'm going to show you is my little bag of tricks. I picked up some thin wrenches. So these are from Grip 9-piece thin wrench, and this is the other set. These are SAE, I think, and these are metric. And what it is right here on the steering rod there's a little notch, but on this side over here there is no notch right here. So I'm gonna have my kid hold this for me real quick. All right, and 1.25 inches will fit these new ones now with a little bit of wobble. Okay, 7/8 of an inch fits in here, and that has a little bit of wobble. But you have to buy a better brand of thin wrenches, because I bought the Chinese version, which these say made in India. Yeah, and their metal was so cheap that when I put it on here, it just bent out and twisted it. But anyway, that's how you do this, so you can get the wrenches close together, and then you hold this side here so that you can get this side broken free over here. Otherwise the thing just spins, see? Just spins. So you need to be able to put a wrench on here. Size 7/8. I've tried metrics and I can't get it to fit. Here's 21, didn't fit. And then for some reason it skips up to 24. I don't know where the heck size 22 is. So that's too big. So anyway, also 32 will fit this, but it still has a little bit of wobble. So for some reason it's size 7/8 for the inside on the steering rod. It's size 1.25 inches or size 32. Anyway, that's all I got for that part. Now I'm going to show you the wheel alignment. So those are the thin wrenches. Here's wheel alignment now. Wheel alignment, I only found one video online that explained, a guy said, take a piece of metal. He used angle iron. My metal's pretty straight, but see how it can bend here, wobble? But my rulers are pretty straight. And he said clamp them on, and it supposedly does not matter if your steering wheel is completely straight. But you do it to both sides, like this. And the reason apparently it doesn't matter if your steering wheel is straight is because if everything was turned, you're still going to get the same measurement on front and back. Hey, bud, come over. So then you get a tape measure, and in order to do this, you remove your tie rod end nuts down here, and then you lift these out and you spin this, and then you put your set nut back. So you break that free. I already did the alignment, but I'm just showing you. Take your tape measure, you put it on your ruler, and you try to get as close as you can to here. Try to get as close as you can to here, but right here I'm at 36 5/8. Make sure you measure whether you're on the inside of the ruler or the outside, because on the inside I'm at 36.5. Apparently this ruler is a 1/4 inch thick, or a 16th inch thick. Anyway, then you come back here and you measure the back. And I'm at 36 and almost 5/8. I could not get it perfect due to the amount of rotations this takes. The nut's just too big, so I don't know. It's not perfect. Maybe the ruler is slightly bent, because in either direction I could get 36 and 5/8. But anyway, apparently that's how you do the alignment for the tie rod ends. And then I realized after I was doing all this that my wheels were slightly off. So I did come here and I adjusted the steering wheel, and you see how you could adjust the steering wheel and it moves like that. And then I tried to straighten it back up and center it as best I could, and I retook the measurements and they're both the same. So apparently the guy was right. It doesn't matter if your steering is perfectly straight. But I'm at 36 and a half, roughly 36 and 5/8, somewhere, whether depends on which side of the ruler you measure the thickness of the piece of metal that you're using to get a straight edge. And that's about it. So I had to change the steering ram or cylinder, or hydraulic cylinder, whatever you want to call it, because something was leaking right here. And it wasn't the nut. I think it had to do with a crack in here. So I figured, well, if I'm going to get in here and change this, I might as well put 2 new tie rod ends on, because my boots were all worn out. And Kubota is known for having bad boots that just crack real easy. So I'm hoping that these last longer, because now they're clear instead of black. We'll see. Anyway, that's all I got. This wasn't too hard to do. And if you notice right here, my little bangs here, that's because I bent these in, because the steering rod, it rests on these 2 things right here. So it can move back and forth. And these have to be tight. So if you see, I don't know if you can tell, see how this one's bent in too? There is a guy on YouTube that supposedly makes these shims that you can put in here. I don't know. But anyway, on these bolts here, you got to check them every so often. When I put them back on, I put red Loctite on them, permanent Loctite. So hopefully they won't back out and get loose. Because if those get loose, this piece of metal just leans over and it just wobbles, and then they bend because the steering ram is going back and forth and messing some stuff up. But that's it. So the last thing I gotta do is put my cotter pins in. And these do not have to be over tight. They just need to be tight enough so that there's no wobble in here. Don't go a full rotation over again. If you get caught in the middle and you can't see the little hole in there, then back it off rather than trying to go all the way to the next spot. Okay, you're better off being a hair loose on there than being over tight on them, I think. Anyway, you can look that up and check me. All right, good luck on your tractor repairs, doing it yourself. Everything's a learning lesson. Thanks guys, bye.